Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Write with Jess. My name is Jess Community here, and I am a transformation coach, a podcast host, a publisher, and truly so much more. So let's jump in. I wanted to go ahead and really just talk to those of you who may have been aspiring writers, right? Aspiring authors. Maybe you have it deep down in your heart and you're wanting to write a book, but a part of you really just doesn't know where to start. So what I want to offer you is a tip and a trick that really helped me on my journey of becoming an author. First and foremost, the biggest thing that God had me do was honestly just stop writing. Now, for some people, you may be looking at me like, wait, huh? Like that's it? But the truth is, yes. When I started to write down my daily life, what was going on, things that took place, or even just downloads or visions and dreams, I started to realize that I was given everything that I need as my pen started to flow on the pages. So I want to encourage you right now that if you already haven't started writing, whether that's, a quick story on how your day went, or whether that's that transition that you're going through, right? Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're going through a job loss. Maybe you just got promoted. Maybe you're about to have a brand new baby, right? All of those things are journeys, and all of those journeys are a story that someone else most likely needs so they can go ahead and understand what it is going to be like for them when they get there. Or they're stories that actually just encourage us and just empower us. I know for me, especially growing up as a young adult, I was really into just reading stories about Black and brown young women who looked like me, who have been through similar events and things that I have gone through. And just reading about them were just encouraging me like, wow, she was able to go through X, Y, and Z and she still overcame. Like it was just those type of stories that really inspired me. Or maybe you're someone who hasn't had a job in a while and you're just now getting into the job field. That could be a very inspiring story to someone else who may be in a similar boat. Listen, I know sometimes we look at our situations or maybe we look at our circumstances and we're probably thinking like, who's gonna read that? But the truth is this. Do you have friends or family members that you're constantly talking to them about how your day is? Are they not taking the time to actually listen and tune in to what you're telling them? Yes, right? Exactly. And just as they are willing to sit there and listen to you talk about it, there are also people who are willing to listen or even read about it as well. You never know who God will send your way to read your story, and you never know what your story may end up turning to. I have been able to witness, not only in my life, but in the lives of other people, that God will not only allow you to write in your journal, but He can even make that journal entry into a book, into a blog, into a podcast, and a business with multiple streams of income. And I'm a witness because I've seen God do it not only with me, but with other people as well. Don't think that just because your story doesn't seem big enough to you, that God can't use it to impact other people. That's also why it's really important to continuously take things into prayer and allow God to show you what it is that He's doing. That's why I really wanted to highlight journaling. If you're not already journaling, I highly encourage you to get a journal and begin to just write everything. One of my favorite scriptures to reference, especially when it comes to writing, is Habakkuk 2:2, where it tells us, write the vision and make it plain. Listen, begin to write down everything, your experiences, how life is going, what's taking place, what your process is, right? Especially if you're currently in the process of writing your first book. Write about the process. I know, right? It sounds crazy, but listen, there are people who want to know, how was it like when you began writing? How was it like when you had to write about, the person who you're still living with, but they did all those things? Like, how did that go down? How were you able to get those words out? How were you able to not write about it from a bitter place, right? People want to know, especially if they are in a similar boat where they have to do the very same thing. You never know who is looking and who is watching and who needs the encouragement from you in your very situation. So be bold, amplify your voice, and continue to go forth in that very thing that God has placed upon your heart. Listen, if you still need some encouragement or you're still not quite sure how to start, or maybe you just have questions, right, about the process of writing or how it goes, or maybe you already have a manuscript and maybe you're just looking for an extra set of eyes to come upon it, I want to go ahead and encourage you to click the link below and jump on an empowerment call with me sometime in the future. Well, I want to say today, but we ain't got no schedules for today. So sometime this week, get on my calendar and let's talk. Let's discuss your book ideas. Let's discuss a way that you can actually get it formulated. Let's go ahead and get you ready to actually create that outline. And if you already have a manuscript, let's get you edited so you can get published out here. Listen, there is too much time that is being wasted away by us looking at our lives and not thinking that what we have gone through is worth being shared. Because God has called you to be He has called you to be a walking testimony, truly, of His goodness and of His glory. And your story is going to do exactly that and so much more. So go ahead, sign up today, get that empowerment call, and let's get started with you and your journey. Also, if you are a faith-driven woman in Christ and maybe you're looking for a community, maybe you're looking for other women who look just like you, who are going through the very same thing as you right now, who's wanting to actually get out there and begin to share their stories, I want to invite you to join me in the Ignite Your Glow community, where we are transforming the lives of women in Christ on this day to be able to redefine who they are and amplify their voices as they begin to testify and share their stories. Why? Because they know that they are here to do what? Impact others. So that is it for today. Peace and blessings to each of you, and I look forward to catching you on the next episode of Right with Jess.